Hello everyone, welcome back. This is our fourth lecture. Lecture fourth. In the last lecture, we have seen. Let us recap those. The KVL we have seen some examples of that. Then the series and series connection of elements, that is R, L, and C. Then we saw parallel connection of RLC, the open circuit, the significance of open circuit and short circuit. Then we saw the voltage division rule, then delta to star conversion and star to delta conversion for resistance, capacitance and inductance, also conductance. Then we saw source transformation. Now there is a small topic, that is method of analysis, which will cover mesh analysis and node analysis. Basically we have done this. Mesh analysis is nothing but the KVL and node analysis nothing but KCL. So already we have almost did it, but in elaborated form we will see those things in this lecture. So let's start mesh analysis. First is mesh analysis. Mesh analysis is nothing but the KVL application and Ohm's law application, right? When we apply mesh analysis, when we have a circuit in which the current source is higher than the voltage source, right? The second is nodal analysis. Nodal analysis is what? Application of KCL and Ohm's law. When we use this, when the number of voltage sources in the circuit is more than the current sources, right? Now start mesh analysis. To do mesh analysis, what we have to do is we have to assign currents in all the meshes and write individual KVLs for all the meshes and solve the linear equations. If it has two meshes, then we have to solve two equations in two variables. If it has three meshes, three independent meshes, then we have to write three equations. Similarly, if it has n independent meshes, then we have to write n linear equations. So let's take an example. This is one resistor, this is second resistor. Let us say here it is a voltage source. This is 2 ohm, this is plus or minus 10 volts, this is 1 ohm, this is 1 ohm, 2 ampere, 1 ohm. So to do mesh analysis, we have to assign current in all meshes. Let us say this is our mesh 1, so I assign a current I1. This is our mesh 2 and the current is I2. This is mesh 3, so current is I3. Now start writing KVLs for this meshes. In first, since we have to write KVL, So here drop will be plus or minus. So start writing KVL. First we have negative terminal of this, so minus 10. Then I1 encounters the positive terminal, so voltage drop across 1, that is I1 multiplied by 1 plus, since I1 is in clockwise direction through this resistor and I2 is in anti-clockwise direction. Sorry, I1 is downward current and I2 is upward current through this resistor. So these two currents in this resistor is in opposite direction, so we have to write the differences of these two currents. But we write, since we are writing KVL in mesh 1, so we will priority the I1. So I1 minus I2 through 1 ohm resistor multiplied by 1 ohm is equal to 0. From here we will have 2I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0, right? Now as we can see in mesh 2 that I2 is equal to 2 ampere. Why? Because this is a current source. So I2 is equal to minus 2 ampere. So from here we will have, put this here, 2I1 minus I3 10 minus 2, that is 8. So 2I1 minus I3 is equal to 8. Now writing KVL in loop 3. Writing KVL in loop 3, what we will have? 2I3 plus drop across this plus drop across this, that is 1 ohm, I3 minus I2 into 1 ohm plus I3 minus I1. I3 minus I1 multiplied by 1 ohm is equal to 0, right? From here we have minus I1 minus I2 plus 4I3 is equal to 0. So I1 is equal to what? Minus 2 minus 4I3. Or I1 plus 4I3 is equal to minus 2. This is our equation second and this is our equation first. After solving these two equations, we will have I1 is equal to 30 by 7 and I3 is equal to 4 by 7 amps. Clear? Since we have found I1 and I2, now we can find anything, drop across this, drop across this, drop across this, or the different currents. So this is what the mesh analysis says. Now we have to solve this problem. We have to do nodal analysis in the same problem, right? Now we will do nodal analysis, right? So for that we have to redraw the circuit. This is resistor, this is the current source 2 amperes, this is the voltage source 10 volts, 1 1 1 this is 2. So in nodal analysis, what we do is we apply KCLs at the node. In this, we first of all we choose a reference node. In this question, and we set a reference node and node voltages to each node, right? After doing so, let us say this we selected as our reference node. This will become always obvious. This is 10 volts. So first we say this is V2, this is V3, right? Okay. Now in this method we basically write KCL at the node. Now when writing KCL at the node, we assume that current is leaving that node. All currents are leaving. We assume that. This is conventional. So we assume that all the currents are leaving. You can take all the currents are entering also. So but my convenient is all the currents are leaving, right? Any current entering to the terminal, like in this node 2 ampere current is entering, so we write this current as negative when we write KCL here. So now start writing KCL. Okay, so or let us say this node as V1. This node is V1, this node is V2, this node is V3. So by default V1 will become 10 volts because 10 volt source is applied here and this is our node. So difference of this node with respect to this is 10 volts as 10 volts is applied here. Now we write KCL here. So we, as I told, that we assume the currents are leaving this node. So write KCL. One current will go in this direction, one in this direction and one in this direction. So V2 minus V1 divided by this resistor plus V2 minus this voltage which is reference. So V2 by 1 ohm plus V2 minus V3 divided by 1 amps is equal to 0. After solving this, we will have 3 V2 minus V3 is equal to V1, which is 3 V2 plus V3 minus V3 is equal to 10 volts. This is our first equation. Now writing KCL here, what we will have? V3, one current will go here, V3 minus V2 by 1 ohm plus one current will go here, V3 minus V1 by 2, and since this current is entering, so I am writing is 2 is equal to 0. This is nothing but 2. So after solving this, we will have 3 V3 minus 2 V2 is equal to 14. So this is our equation 2. Now solve from 1 and 2. We will have V2 is equal to 44 by 7, V3 is equal to 62 by 7. And as I told in the question, what will be V? V is nothing but V1 minus V2. V1 is our 10 volts minus